Okay, and what we're looking through here is the Zero Compromise Optics ZZ or CZ ZC 527. So that's the 5 to 27 by 56. And again, I've been using these scopes for quite a while, and what really jumped out at me with the Zero Compromise Optics is the glass. It has amazing glass. It's on par with the Zeiss as far as I'm concerned. The zoom really does a good job of getting you to where you want to be. And again, we have that little guy out there, the white silhouette, is at 1,000 yards. I haven't had any problems with the Zero Compromise Optics. I think the parallax adjustment, really crisp, really nice, very good on the way it feels. I'd give that a solid 9 out of 10. I really like it. And the zoom, also very nice. Very nice on the zoom. I really like that as well. The turrets, they're quick. They're really quick, which also is very nice when clicking for PRS and for long range. The turrets are lockable, so you can go, this one has up to 29 mils of adjustment with 0.1 mil increments. And that also is really good. I really like the clicks in this. You do have to be aware though that if you do press slightly down on them, they're going to try and lock, which is a little bit annoying when lying on the line and trying to, I mean, often when I've been shooting with this and adjusting on the fly, I always have my arm down on the side of the scope and reach up, and sometimes I can put a little bit of pressure on the caps, and that makes them kind of lock down and makes it difficult to adjust, which has been a little bit annoying, but nothing that has been so annoying that it's gonna create any problems. You just have to get used to it. But for that reason, I'm gonna give the elevation turrets a 7 out of 10 because it is not that hard to press so much that they actually want to lock. The light on it is really good, even in daylight conditions. You can see the light in the reticle, and it's the entire reticle that's lit up. That is also something that I really enjoy. The chromatic aberration on this is basically non-existent, which also is really cool. So this is just a really cool scope. And shooting with it, it's been clear, it's been crisp. The eye relief is a little bit touchy, but it's not bad. So not a problem at all. I'd give that a 7 out of 10. The glass is a clear 10 out of 10. No competition. And that's why they're called, I guess, Zero Compromise, because there's no compromise on the glass. That's really cool. I like that. Working with the scope, it's been good. It's been nice. Everything's been as I've expected it of a scope in this price range. So can't really fraud it. Seems, looks, and feels to be made out of solid metal. Everything's metal on it, so, and this is what I'm talking about, that it can kind of get stuck, so you have to lift it back up. That's a little bit annoying, but nothing that's a big problem. So on the overall, I would give this an easy 9 out of 10. I really like it. Okay. Now for our 4-shot group. And then just the last one for good luck that we've shot 100 rounds today. I don't want to go over with 1 round. What the fuck? There's a fire. Why? Huh. Well, it's getting kind of warm. Alright, that's another thing we're going to make a video on at some point. I'm going to make, this is very Blair Witch Project of me in it, is the temperature of the barrel. Now, this is not at all danger hot, but it is hot enough for me to think, makes sense with a flyer. Alright, let's go see how we do. I'm just gonna stop this filming. Inception. I don't know if that was funny. Okay. Wow, that's nice. Oh, nice and nice. At 100 yards, you see, they should be tighter, but it's a brand new barrel. You can even through the camera, you can actually read almost what it says on the paper down there. This is such an amazing piece of glass. I have no problem whatsoever seeing through the scope with my eyes. I mean, there's one thing through the camera and it's a different thing through your own eyes. I have absolutely no problem seeing what it says with my own handwriting at 100 yards. When I was shooting it, the first time I put this thing on, I remember saying, wow, that's some amazing glass. And I backed that up 100%. This is, as I said, some of the best glass I've ever looked through. And I've looked through quite a bit of different scopes. And as you see here, the chromatic aberration is almost nil, even at maximum zoom. This out here is air between the camera and the scope. That's not a weird image, but you can see right along the leading edge out here. Oh, you can't even. Oh, that's really nice too. Even though I put my finger right in front and basically take out all the light. And the steel. My finger's straight in front of the cross right now. And it still shows you an image. That's pretty good. It works just like your eyes. Well, and we're going to take the rest of this review at the bench. Until then, see you. Alright, back at the bench. And this is our conclusion. And our conclusion is that I really like the scope. It's been good working with it. I've been working with it now for a couple of months, and I really can't put any real fingers on it. I have a couple of small niggles that I think could be better. But the things that I like far exceed the things that I don't like. And it's been in the video so far, but I'm just going to repeat it here. And some of the big ones are that the parallax, my score on that is 9 out of 10. The turrets is a 7 out of 10. The eye relief, also a 7 out of 10. The glass is a clear 10 out of 10. And I'm going to give it an overall score of 9 out of 10. And that's everything taken into consideration. I hope to work with Zero Compromise optics with one of their scopes in the future. Again, this is nothing to do with Zero Compromise Optics. This is totally independent, and it would be super cool if Zero Compromise Optics sees this video and picks up on some of the stuff that I've found. That would be great. It'd be really cool to be able to work with some of these manufacturers to make stuff better. One of the big pointers I have on this is the 36 millimeter tube. You got to get a different, or a 36 millimeter scope base or mount, which is not a big deal. It's just there are different manufacturers that make 36 mil scope mounts, so that's not a problem. If you do zero this at 100 yards with a 0 mil base, then you're not gonna get, or chances are you're not gonna get the full 35 mil adjustment range in there, because you're not going to be at the extremes of the reticle's capabilities. So it's not going to be able to move. So that means if you're 7 or 8 mils from the bottom of your scope's capability, you're also going to be 7 or 8 mils out from the top. Let's take 5 as an example. So if you're 5 mils away from the extremes, then you're going to lose 5 mils in the top. So you're only going to get 30 mils of adjustment. The scope has 35. This is zeroed at 100 yards or 100 meters. That's why I earlier in the film accidentally say that it's only got 27, I think it is, mils of adjustment. And that's because I'm 35 minus 27 is 7 mils from the extremes, and that takes away 7 mils in the other end. So taking this into consideration also which base and which cant you mount the the scope in. That of course has an effect in the other end. So I would prefer with a different base and a different scope, or the same scope, just a different mount. I would probably go with a 20 MOA or a 6 mil scope base, so I get 34 mils out of it instead of 27. So that's not anything, that doesn't have anything to do with the scope itself. That's a different video. But it does mean that I only have, in this situation, 27 clicks to the top. But if it were in a 20 MOA or 6 mil mount, I would have 34, which would be fine. Fit and finish, we've covered that already. Scores, we've covered that already. Turrets, we've covered it. Glass, we've covered it. Everything's covered. And I actually think this has been fun. It's been a blast to work with. It's been good. And now we're just gonna move you guys over here. There you go. I hope that is good. So I create content for YouTube so that you guys can watch it. And I think that it would be great. It would be awesome if you guys would leave a subscribe for me, because I do make content with the intent of perhaps one day making money off it. Finally, I'm in my own clothing, and that's quite new. If there's an interest in it, I guess we could make these as merch. I think I need to be a little bit bigger than I am now to do merch, but hopefully someday that will be possible, or it will be something you guys would want. But anyway, I deliver content, you deliver subscribes. likes and shares and so on and views. You know how it works. So until next time, stay tuned and stay safe.